The sound of footsteps echoes like a death knell. The man on the ground say Chu Ling, Linga. He stammers, realizing the girl he betrayed has returned from the abyss. Surrounded by a crimson aura, Chu Ling looks down at the hypocrite. He desperately tries to play the family card, begging her to go home now that she's powerful, as if his previous cruelty could be washed away with a few sweet words. Her eyes, once filled with warmth, are now cold and piercing. She spits out his words with pure contempt. You think you are worthy to call me Linger? No more talking. A flash of blue steel cuts through the air. This isn't just an attack. It's years of suppressed rage finally exploding in a single, devastating strike. The predator has become the prey. Staring down at the trembling man, Chu Ling utters the only truth left. And you beast! The great man is now nothing but a groveling coward. He slams his head against the floor, begging to be treated like a dog, pleading for a life he doesn't deserve to keep. Standing tall, she delivers the final verdict. To her, calling him a dog would be a compliment. You are worse than a dog. The witnesses are paralyzed with shock. They can feel the overwhelming pressure radiating from the girl they once looked down upon. Is this really the same Chu Ling? Emerging from the mist like a vengeful spirit, Chu Ling walks alone. The crowd is frantic. Why are you the only one who came out? Where are they? The silence in the temple speaks louder than any answer. Questions fill the air, but no one dares to stand in her way. A new power has risen, and the reckoning has only just begun. The woman in green tries one last desperate move, bringing up Chu Ling's father and brother. She pleads for the sake of family, hoping to find a spark of the old girl's mercy. But she is talking to a ghost. With a gaze that could burn through steel, Chu Ling delivers her cold verdict. I have nitrogen monoxide family. The ties that once bound her are severed forever. There is no home left to go back to, only a path of blood. Action follows words. With a violent surge of energy, Chu Ling strikes down her final plea. You go accompany them too, she whispers, sending her enemy to join the others in the afterlife. Walking through the aftermath, she doesn't look back. Her heart has turned to stone as she declares her grim truth. The people of the Chu family all deserve to die. The massacre is nearly complete. From the shadows, a mysterious observer watches the carnage unfold. He notes with a chilling smile that the entire Chu Sword Villa has been wiped out. Not a single soul was spared, not even a chicken was left breathing in her wake. The observer communicates with a mysterious system. A warning flashes. A powerful nascent soul cultivator is approaching to end Chu Ling's rampage. But the master is unbothered, simply ordering the system to close the feed. He has seen enough. It seems Chu Ling's revenge is exactly what he wanted to see. Suddenly, the scene shifts. The invincible warrior is gone, replaced by a broken girl sobbing on the floor. Bleeding and battered, she cries out in agony, I was wrong. I was wrong. Is this a vision, or has the cost of revenge finally broken her? The sound of steady footsteps approaches the fallen girl. A cold, curious voice echoes through the air. Oh, a new player has entered the field, and the atmosphere shifts once again. The curtain rises on a new threat, Master Li Jian, standing tall with an air of refined danger. He looks down at the chaos. The real battle for survival is about to begin. Master Li Jian can't hide his twisted greed any longer. Seeing that the demon sword was successfully forged, his eyes light up with a sinister hunger. He's not here for justice, he's here for the prize. With a hypocritical smile, he raises his blade. Since the demon sword brings you pain, let me liberate you from it, he declares. It's a cold-blooded execution masked as an act of mercy. The strike connects. Chu Ling, battered and exhausted, takes the hit while on her knees. The impact is devastating, leaving her bloodied and her defenses seemingly shattered. Is this the end of her road? But something is wrong. As the blade lingers, Li Jian notices something chilling. She isn't reacting at all. No fear, no pain, just an empty, haunting silence that sends a shiver down his spine. Towering over her, Li Jian lets out a mocking laugh. To him, she's nothing more than a broken fool who played right into his hands. He thinks the battle is already won. He snarls. His true ambition is revealed, and he's ready to finish her off once and for all to claim his prize. Boom! Just as he goes for the kill, an explosion of energy erupts. Chu Ling isn't done yet. She counters with a hidden force that catches the powerful Li Jian completely off guard. The tables have turned. Li Jian is blasted back, his clothes shredded and his ego bruised. He gasps in shock, struggling to process how a broken girl could push him back like this. Despite the blood and torn clothes, Chu Ling stands firm. Li Jian realizes he underestimated her. Her swordsmanship is godlike for someone at her level. Now, he's not just after the sword. He wants the secret behind her power. Stripped of his dignity and his shirt, Li Jian watches her from a distance. The hunter has become the hunted. What other secrets is she hiding? And how far will her revenge go? The mighty master has been reduced to a pathetic coward. Li Jian flees for his life, desperately calling himself a good person to lure her back. But Chu Ling is a force of nature now. Her cries of atonement are not a plea for mercy, but a chilling promise of the blood she is about to spill. The scene shifts to a different world. A beautiful woman named Hongling is furiously pounding on a door. She's not here for a friendly visit. She's demanding that Lu face her immediately. Patience isn't her strong suit. With a forceful kick, she bursts into the room, ready to unleash her frustration on whoever is inside. Lu, however, remains calm, as if this happens every day. She looks absolutely livid. Whatever went wrong with her plans, it's clear she's decided that Lu is the one who needs to answer for it. The grievance comes out. Despite using a mountain of treasures and pills, Hongling only managed to condense a heavenly core to her. This failure is a bitter pill to swallow, and she's looking for someone to blame. As Lu sits in deep meditation, surrounded by a crimson aura, Hongling's insults fly. She accuses him of intentional sabotage, calling him a villain through and through. The irony is palpable as he remains silent in the face of her rage. His internal system chimes in, "Can you still endure this, Master?" Lu Yi's resolve is unshakable. He chooses to block out the noise and focus entirely on his cultivation. Nothing will stop him from reaching the realm of a saint. A regal and elegant figure in white appears, casting a shadow over Hongling's tantrum. She delivers a dose of reality. What does your inability to condense a better core have to do with Lu? The hard truth is revealed. The white-clad lady explains that Lu Yi's previous help wasn't just luck, it was carefully crafted through immense effort and heart's blood. Hongling's reckless mixing of treasures is the real reason her ki became chaotic. The realization hits her like a physical blow. Every perfect breakthrough she had in the past was because Lu had tested those methods thousands of times behind the scenes. She finally understands the depth of his sacrifice. The lady in white drops a bombshell of truth. She reveals that among all 7 of them, it was Lu who carried the heaviest burden of worry for Hongling. She looks her in the eye and asks, "Don't you understand it yourself?" The sect master's patience has run out. She issues a direct command. Hongling must set aside her pride and offer a sincere apology to her senior brother immediately. Fury erupts. Hongling screams that an apology is impossible. In her eyes, Lu is the villain who destroyed her relationship and caused her lover's death. Her heart is consumed by a grudge she refuses to let go. The verdict is delivered. Hongling is banished to the back mountain to face the wall and reflect on her mistakes. The order is absolute. Until she finds clarity and understands her errors, she is forbidden from leaving her isolation. Go then, I'll go. With one final outburst of defiance, Hongling storms off to serve her sentence. Meanwhile, the focus returns to our protagonist. Chu Ling continues her arduous journey, her bare feet marking every difficult step toward her destiny. Exhausted and gasping for air, Chu Ling pushes her broken body to the limit. But as she looks up, she has finally arrived. The Great Dao Sect stands before her, the place where she will grow stronger and make everyone regret their betrayal.